Hello, welcome to Zest Prime. As part of this video, we are going to see how to use React dual list box. So basically, we are trying to use one of the external library into the React.js functional component, and we are going to see how to integrate dual list box into the React functional component. So that we are going to see with an example. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a first simple React application, and one second. Yes. So I'm going to create a first simple React application. It's a functional component, and then we are going to start integrating the dual list box into that one. And so let me start creating a simple React application first. So basically, I'm trying to create a simple React application with the npx command, and this is the npx command we had to use to create the React application, and this is the application name you can give as per your wish. I had given here React dual list demo. So after that, you can press enter, and it will start creating a simple React application, and then we will try to add necessary dependencies. After that, we are going to see how to use it. So it will take a couple of minutes. Let's wait for that one. Yeah, now we can see the project creation is completed, and we can see, so what are the commands we need to run, it will displaying. So let's get started. So first, what we are going to do, we are going to open the newly created project into our Visual Studio Code, and then we will start adding necessary supporting dependencies. So first, let me open the project file, open folder, and then you can enter over here, and you can able to open the our project. So we can see here, so you just close all necessary windows so that we can see our code mainly. So you can see we have opened the React dual list demo, and we can see the default files or folders got created, and we can see the package.json over here. So the next step is, so we have to add a new dependency which is useful to create our dual list demo. So for that purpose, what I have to do, I have to go inside the our project. So React dual list demo, so this is the project we had created. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add another one dependency called list. So basically, if you want to see this one, what is the package and what is the latest version is available, you can go to, so npm js. So here you can come here and you can type. So React dual list box. So basically, we are going to use so this is the dependency or library dependency we are going to use it. So what you have to first add as a dependency into your project. So what we are trying to do, we are going to add one of the new dependency to our newly created project. So this is called React dual list box, and then press enter. So what it will do, it will try to take all necessary dependencies into your project. So you see, now it is completed, and now you can come back here and you can see, so this is the React dual list box dependency, it got added, and we can see the version as 6.0.3. so that's the latest so far we can see over here. and then now you can start using this one. So before using this one, let's get started our application. So it should work, the basic hello world application. So for that one, you can execute this command npm start. So npm start, what it will do, it will start your application and with the help of node.js. So then we can able to see the basic hello world application UI, and then we will start modifying it. So these links I will update into the video description, you can take it. So now we can see the server is started successfully, and then we can come here. So this is the basic React hello world application, but we are not going to keep all those things. We are going to clean up all this boilerplate code which got generated automatically. So let's come here. So we can see here, so this is the default code it got generated. We don't want all those things. Let's clean up everything, unnecessary things. So this is our application, and you can come here and it's not displaying anything. So now let's start it. So basically, so this is a simple label I am trying to give here, React dual list demo. Okay, now come back here. So to use the React dual list demo, we have already integrated or added dual list box as a dependency. Now how to use it? So for that, what you have to do, you can come here. So this is the very useful documentation how to use it. So we have already done this step into adding the React dual list box. Next, what we have to do, we have to import the dual list box from the dual list package. So this is the first step, right? So and the second step is you have to take all necessary CSS dependencies. So this is the second step. So let me take these two things into our default app.js. So this is the first step. So we are ready with the dual list box which got imported from the React dual list box. Next, what we have to do, we are going to use a state here, right? So we are going to use a state. So you can create, or you can write, or you can just copy this one, state. So now we are ready with the state usage, state and React all necessary components. So inside this we are going to use the state. So this is the default way you can create the state, use state, so which will be useful. I am just copying so that we can avoid the typing. So what is this will do, this too will be useful to just take the dual list box dependencies and the corresponding component, and this is same as state maintenance purpose. So we have seen it this one many times. So this is just we are trying to create default state array with empty and with no elements, and this is the selected objects, and this is just to update the selected objects. So now the next step is we are going to display the dual list box. So for that one, what you have to do, you can take this box component and then start adding the all necessary inputs. Options, one of the options we can see selected, we can see. So basically what I'm trying to do here, this is the dual list box. To work or to display something, we have to give some options, and when the option is changed, we have to take the selected values and we have to keep in our state. So that's the reason we have a two options, one is options and another one is selected options. So default we have to display some of the options, so we'll just grab some of the options which is already available. We don't want to write it, but we will discuss it. So this is the options, you just take these options and then you can use it. So what we are trying to do over here, we are just giving some of the options as input for your dual list box, and it will display the options. Right now we are building the components, so it will display the error. So now the second one is selected. So selected in the sense, when you selecting the dual list box, if you see here, right? So when user is selecting these components, so it will come here left to right. So here it will display the selected options, correct? So the similar kind of things we need to take it back, right? So that's the reason, in case if you don't want to select, see right now we are just, see there are too many issues we can see here. Right now we can see the select, I mean options, we have given two options, we can see over here option 1 and option 2, it's displaying. But right, also we need, when user is selecting the options, we need to update into our state. So that's for next further usage. So for that one, what you have to do, you have to use this function to update our state, right? So for that one, you just copy the simple line without typing anything. So what it will do, the selected value will update your to your local state. That's it. So what are the value you have selected, so that will be updated into your state. So you select the value and it will call your state function and it will update, right? So this is the simple way we can able to add, and similarly you can add another option also, as many as you wish. See here, when you are trying to add the options, we have to follow this syntax. So each object should have value and label. So label will display to the user. If you come back here, so let me come here, there is just a small issue, remove this one and then come back. So let me see here, there is a selected here, selected equal to, yes, now I can refresh. So let me see here, what is the issue. Okay, just, so this is basically on change event, and there is a selected also is there, so that we have to give the selected values, so that it will populate the selected values. So here basically options, which will give all the options are available, and selected, which is selected from the state, and on change, for every change you have to come and update your state function, so that it will reflect here and it will update your selected values and it will update your dual list box. So that's the reason. So now we come back here and you can see the box. So now we can see, but still there is one more issue you can see here, it's not displaying the icons left, right? So to display the icons, we need to execute, or we need to do a small step, go back to your public and go back to your index.html, and you need to add this all dependency icons or css. So you just paste it over here. Yes, you can just keep it here. So this link you will find in the video description. So what it will do, it will try to get all the icons, left, right icons. So these icons you will get it from the css class. So that's the reason I just added, and now we can able to see the icons, right? Refresh. Now you just select it, move, it's coming, and select any single, move it, and select to left back, you can move it and select everything, move it. So this is the way you can able to add multiple options as for your wish, and you can select it and it will come to left to right, right to left. But if you want to display the selected values somewhere, so for that we have already object here, so that you can use it. Selected items. So what we are going to do here, the selected items we are going to display here. So the selected items I want to display here. For that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the state element, what we have already stored. So I'm going to display kind of bullet points, another list. So inside that you can take the selected elements. First you will be getting an object, and then next index. What you have to do, you have to use those elements to display the items into the user, right? So for that I'm going to use as a list items. So when you are trying to display the list items, we have to give the key also for uniqueness. So for that purpose I will take the index as a key because it's unique number, and I have to display the value also. For the purpose I will take the object as it is and will display to the user, right? So now let me check in the UI. So right now I have not selected anything, so you are not seeing anything. So let me select one item. Still it's not displaying. Let me check, there is an issue. Selected items dot map. So let me display a console. This is a function, and let me come back now. So this small correction I have done. Now I think it should work. Yeah. Let me push. Okay. Done. Yes, we can see here. So we can see all the select items. So what we have to do, it's basically we have to use this is the bracket, so then it will display the elements, and you can display totally unordered list and inside the list items. And key we have to use as unique value, otherwise your React will raise an issue, because to identify uniquely each node we should have a key, and then corresponding elements to display to the user. So this is the way you can display the selected items to the user. And then now you can come back over here. Now let me refresh and will verify. Let me push everything. You can see all the elements. Let me send back one items. You can see the two selected items, right? Okay, now say for instance, now you are displaying two options. There is multiple ways to give the options. Let me give another way. So let me come back here. I am going to comment it out. So these are the different options I'm going to display. I'm just want to display the options as a category wise. See, so there is a first category I want to display one value, and second category as a mass I want to display two values, and third group I want to display four options. And for every option I'm trying to give a label. So label is a group heading kind of thing, and options is a subset values. So now come back here and you can see, so this is the way you can see the values. If you see here earth, you cannot select, there is a label. Elements you can select, but mass you cannot select. Similarly Jupiter, we have four elements. So it's a label is a kind of group of the element it will display, and the corresponding options same as value and label. So this is the second way to display the items in a specific categories, so that user can identify easily the option or category which he want to select it, and he can select the options whichever he is interested, and all the selected items will be displayed over here. And this is basically not a real value, it's a keys. So now you have a keys, and with the help of the keys you can take the original elements and you can use it subsequent ways, and you can move everything, you can move left. So this is the way you can display the groups as a categories, and to simplify, to make it user friendly for the user, you can use this as second options as a label and the corresponding options, label and corresponding options. Okay, so now the third option I'm going to display another useful option. This also will be useful some of the scenarios. Sometime if you want to display the option but you don't want to give an option to the user to select it, so in that case you can use a field called label, and that particular label values will be displayed but user cannot select it. So now let me copy these options which will be very useful some of the case. When you decommission some of the selected values in the production time, so that time you can use this option called disable at label level, or a specific option level also you can use it. So let me come back here, refresh. If you see here, I'm not able to select the photos or images. I cannot select, but I can select these values. And similarly, if I come here, I cannot select the Europa. I can select other option because this is disabled. See, if I when I move everything, I tried move whichever is active, but whichever is inactive, I am not able to move it. Right? So let me come back here. Say for instance, if you don't want to keep, either you can keep this disabled at a label level, or you can keep it on option level. So this is very useful some of the scenarios when any particular option don't want to give an option to the user for selection. I'm not able to select, I'm not able to select, I can select. So this is another way to use these options as a group with a disabled facility. So these are the three ways you can give the options. You can give directly labels, options and label, option and label, and the second way you can display the a group of options with label, and third way is with disabled options. So these are the three ways you can give the options as an input, and you can read that items and you can display into the different section with the help of, you just take the selected values and you just try to take the map of the elements and you just try to display however you want. I just try to display here in an unordered list and as a list item, so that we can see it for here. So this is the way you can use the React dual list box, and you can populate the values as per your wish, whether it's coming internally or from external. You can give that options into the options, and then it will display the component. I think that's all about this video. If you like the video, you can subscribe to the channel for more subsequent videos, and thank you so much.